Hey, happy Sunday. I hope everybody's having a good day. I just wanted to drop this video. I want to talk about the PS5 Pro. I was just sitting here looking at articles about the PS5 Pro. I actually read some comments about people on other people's YouTube channel, how some people think that it's a waste or it's a scam. Some people like it. Some people likes the upgrade and all the little different things you can do with it and stuff. I don't really need the PS5 Pro because I just got my PS5. But I was just thinking, this morning I got up and I went to the store and I do my normal routine, read my scriptures in the morning and after I got done, I'm gonna play a video game and I'm gonna work out later on the day. And I was thinking, I was looking at stuff on you know, on some of these sites and I read different sites and stuff. And I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if Sony is actually trying to test the water. And what I mean by testing the water is like maybe they always wanted to see uh, if they can actually sell their systems, at a certain cost. Because I know I used to listen to YouTubers back in the day, and they said that a lot of YouTubers did say that the PS4 and all that stuff, they were selling all those consoles at a loss, I think. And they were getting money on the back end through something else. I'm not for sure how they worded it, but I was thinking, I was like, maybe Sony's trying to test the water and seeing if, they say, let's just sell this thing at what we really want to sell it for, and let's not sell the disk drive because we do want everybody to go digital. That's a big argument too, right? And like my grandkids, they turn on when they get up, they turn on something and it's right there because they don't put no disc, they don't put no cartridge, they don't put nothing in. These are my grandkids. My oldest grandson, I think he's 13 now. Man, that kid's growing up. But anyway, I ain't seen him in a while. But he used to play Fortnite. I don't know what he's doing now, but I know he's playing basketball. But anyway, when he's playing Fortnite, he played Fortnite on his Nintendo Switch that I bought him for his birthday a long time back. And I don't know if he's got a cartridge with that or not. But what I'm trying to say is, digital is a big argument with people too as well, because people are like, well, that the world is going all digital in the future and stuff. But at the end of the day, digital, man, you got to have that internet on. If you don't have no internet, you can't watch anything because the internet is in the control of everything. So the companies are relying on the internet to be able to make them save money by not making the box art, not printing out the disc, not they're taking away a lot of middle stuff in order to just slap it on just getting digital. What I'm trying to make a point about is that I was sitting there thinking about the PS5 Pro, and don't get me wrong, I did look at some people I follow on YouTube, and I've seen some comparison videos. It does look cool. It does look of an upgrade. But do I want one? No. I'm the minority. I really like the size of my PS4, my PS5. They don't bother me for some reason. My son came down the other day. He goes, God, that thing looks so. What did he say? So that thing looks just so crazy sitting over there big like that. And I just looked at him. I was like, it doesn't bother me. I said, it's white and my TV is black. My entertainment system is black. So it doesn't bother me to have that big, gigantic white box sitting up there tall like that. It don't bother me. Now the PS5 Pro, he's a gamer. I mean, he got his first one. He liked it, but I don't know what's going on with him when it comes to, it would have been nice if my son could have got that special edition one with the gray and that one that sold out right away. But so I get his point. It is a big awkward box, but I really like my PS5. Actually, I'm going to play it here in a few minutes after I get done uploading this video. I got another video I got to upload, but what if Sony is actually trying to test the water? Maybe the company is sitting back going, don't get me wrong, I'm getting ready to talk about PC, but I understand PC is different than the PS5 and the PS3 and all that kind of stuff. But what I'm trying to make a point about is maybe they're trying to test the water to see how many, when the numbers come in, see how many people has bought the PS5 Pro. I'm not buying the PS5 Pro. I'm not sinking that much money in that thing. But if I did not have the PS5 Pro, if I did not have my PS5, I would buy the PS5 Pro because I like to play games. It don't bother me one bit. I don't do nothing. Here's what you need to understand. For me, I don't do nothing. I don't bar hop. I don't chase women. I want to keep a job. I want to stay healthy. I want to have a sound mind. I study God's word, and I like to work out. I like to take walks. I like just normal stuff. I like to go see a movie. I like to hang out with one of my kids, which I haven't been able to do that lately because my kids are grown. They got their own lives. But when I do, I enjoy myself. And I love when I get time to watch a movie on one of my streaming services, you know, like Netflix and Max and all that. You know, what people in the comments has helped me out so much because it's like, hey, if you want to watch something, man, just drop $15 and just watch it and then cancel it. So that's what I do. You know, when I watch something, I watch whatever I want to watch, and then as soon as I hit, you know, if I subscribe to something, the next day I just cancel. So I got 30 days to watch whatever I want to watch. It's no different than when you go out here and you go to the store and you buy a bag of chips for like $4 and you get some dip that's $4. That's what, $8 or $9 right there. And then I don't know, you buy something else and you end up spending like, you know, $12. It's the same thing. $15 is $15. But the point I'm making with the PS5 Pro is, if I didn't have my PS5, I would definitely buy that PS5 Pro. You know why I would buy that PS5 Pro? Because I just bought the Steam Deck. I bought the high-end Steam Deck. Are you kidding me? That Steam Deck ain't no bigger than this. So if I spend that kind of money for a Steam Deck, I'm dead. I have no problem spending money for a PS5 Pro. But I don't need a PS5 Pro because I already got a PS5. And I like my PS5. And the reason why it don't bother me to play the games on the PS5 is because I like playing my PS3. So my PS3 definitely don't look as good as the PS4. And my PS4 it's a slight upgrade. The PS5 is a slight upgrade than the PS4. You see where I'm coming here? So as a company, the company itself is probably looking and they're waiting on all these numbers to come in. They're waiting on all these numbers to roll in. And I also seen an article where I think the PS5 has, you remember after like so many years after after the system gets like 3 or 4 years old, they'll drop the price. I don't think Sony's dropped the price on the PS5. I know they're trying to because people still are playing on their PS4. I got games on my PS4. I still play because I'm not unhooking my PS4 and putting it in the closet and all that kind of stuff. I ain't even got my I still play my Xbox, my Xbox 360, and I still got my Xbox Scorpio, and I got my Xbox Series X. But the PC thing is what I was trying to make a point about. When I walked in people's house and I actually seen their PC, I've never been in the PC, never. But when I walked in people's house and I seen their PC, I was like, damn, boy, that thing is, I would say something. I'd walk in, I'd be like, man, I'm trying to stop cussing, but I'd say something like, man, that thing is badass. What is all this? And they tell me what it's all about, all this, and the curved TV on the stand and the tower with all those collars. I seen, I told y'all this in videos past, with water and all this kind of stuff. I said, dang, man. And I look, and the graphics card and all that kind of stuff. PC is really, it's really, it is a nice piece of tech, especially the ones that put their own stuff together. But when you look at how much money that they sinking into that stuff, it's something that they like to do. It's a passion. I have no problem sinking money into something I don't mind doing. This gym room right here, I'm afraid to tell you how much I sunk in this gym room. I got a lot of money invested in this gym. I got a lot of money invested in all the stuff that's on the walls, at the end of the day, you know, if I had to do it all over again, and if I did not have no PS5 and I wanted the PS5 right now, and then, a lot of times you can make that argument about, yeah, but man, they don't have that many games out. And that could be I don't know, a debatable thing. They do have some. They have more than that. Microsoft does. But I think Microsoft is just doing something totally different. That's why it doesn't bother me what Microsoft is doing, to be honest with you. I'm just not into that stuff. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is that, this $700 price tag for that PS5 Pro, after what I paid for my deck, no, don't bother me at all. I got thinking, I was like, dang, Vic, you really like your deck. And Sony could be, again, to sum this up, let's say they're going to be looking at all these numbers. And yes, I know right now I can get on Amazon and I can get a PS5 Pro. I can get one, but you're going to have to get one without the disk drive. So to sum this up, Sony's going to be sitting there like this. Let's just watch my face. They're sitting there going like this, and they're looking at all these numbers coming in. They're going to look at all these numbers. They're also going to look at all these numbers of the disc that people are buying separate with that PS5 Pro. That is $700, right? So Sony's sitting there like this. They go, now we're going to come out with that PS6, right? They go, yeah. I said, well, let's just check these numbers out. Because you know how these people buy all these Steam decks, and they're getting all these PCs and all that, and they're building all these PCs and then the graphic card. I got a friend that told me how much a graphic card costs. So this is Sony and all the executives looking back and they go, let's just see how these numbers look, because this is actually what we've been wanting to charge for a long time, but we didn't. But now this is the first time, we're charging this kind of money. Let's just see how many people buy it. Because I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, if I didn't have a PS5 and I wanted the PS5 right now, I'd have no problem sinking $700 in the PS5 Pro. I would have no problem buying my little disk drive. I have no problem buying the stand. Why? It's because I want it. You see what I mean? I don't do anything. It's a hobby. I like to work out. It's a hobby. I sunk, quite a bit of money. I think it's over $2,000 on all this stuff I got in here. Dumbbells, tricep machine, lat, pull down. It's a combo, bench with leg extensions, all that. No problem. Why? Because I like to use it. I work out, I stay fit. I got a stationary bike. I got an elliptical. I got a row machine. I got some money sunk in this gym. You know what I mean? So, I guess what I'm trying to say is Sony is going to look at these numbers, you guys, in the next couple months. And yeah, you might sit there and go, well, they're still sitting on the shelf. It don't matter. They're going to start looking at these numbers, man. They're going to look at these numbers. If they don't drop these prices, then they're going to start sticking to these prices. And, there's a reason why they're trying to push this all digital thing, because I got friends that they haven't bought a physical copy in years. My friend Chuck said he has not bought a physical copy in a long time. He's been all digital. There's a YouTuber. I didn't even know that he was all digital. He was all digital. There's this chick that I listen to that she's a YouTuber, and she I didn't know she was all. She prefers digital. So this is a very debatable thing. You got me, I like physicals, but you got to take in that age thing. You know what I'm saying? There's people that's 20 years younger than me. They are physicals collectors too. So Sony might be doing this. We'll make, and I got two things, maybe three. Sony says, let's see if they buy this $700 console. So if you buy this $700 console, and I don't know how much the disk drive costs separately, and I do not know how much the stand costs separately, but you're buying all that. When I bought my Valve, I bought the Valve, and I bought the Steam Deck, and I bought the screen protector, and I bought the little stand. Yeah, separate. on Amazon. So not only did I spend this type of money over here for the deck, but I also bought the thing to sit the deck on. I also bought the screen protector and all that kind of stuff. So all I'm saying is Sony is probably looking at all this and saying, you know, I want to see just how this. Let's just check these numbers out, and let's just check these numbers out for the next couple of years, because I don't think that PS6 is going to come out anytime soon. And the reason why, because they just dropped the PS5 Pro 2 days ago. 2 days ago. So all the developers that are making games for the PS5, and they're still trying to keep things tweaked in for the PS4, because they still need to make money. At the end of the day, it's all about these dollars. Okay? So, you know, Sony as a company could be looking at, hang on, you know, you got people buying, you know, the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck ain't got nothing to do with the PS5. I'm just using that as an example. They're buying they're buying the Steam Deck with no physical nothing. Think about that. They're buying the Steam Deck with no physical anything. Sony sit back on, hey, you know, man, these people doing all this and they buying the piece. Because I talked to a guy, you know, they're much younger than me. I said, well, how much is the graphic card? And they tell me how much the graphic card costs. And then back when the scalpers was doing all their things, the same graphic card that they was spending this amount of money for, the scalpers was sucking them up, and they was putting it on their site, jacking up the price. And I remember one time when I went to, So Sony also could be looking at this. You remember when we had the chip shortage? You remember when we was trying to get that PS5 out to everybody, and all the scalpers was buying them up? I went to the UPS office to go get my PS5. I was so excited about getting that PS5 when I finally was able to get it to drop in my cart. When it came in, I was so excited to get off work. When I went there was this young cat. He goes, yeah, and I gave him my number. I was excited. He goes, what you end up? He said, what you got? I said, PS5. He goes, oh, you did? He goes, yeah. I said, man, I've been wanting to get this for a long time. You know, I was smiling and everything. He was sitting there going, yeah, I hear you. He goes, I got mine too. He goes, but I didn't get it like you did. And I said, you didn't? He goes, yeah. He said, I couldn't wait. So you don't think Sony's looking at all that? He goes, I'm not calling people idiots, but Sony's like, if these idiots went out and paid this kind of money for the PS5 from these scalpers and paid that price, and then later on when they was able to filter through this, when people was able to finally get them, and then they paid the regular price, then why not you can't drop $700 for a PS5 Pro? Some people say it's a scam. I don't see no use for it because my graphics on my PS5 look good, but I'm not going to sit and argue with somebody and go, you're stupid for getting a PS5 Pro because there's no point in getting it. How? They want to get it, let them get it. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to this whole thing is Sony is probably looking at all these numbers. And also, Sony's like all down through the years. Now, PC is a whole different world than Sony and Microsoft is just Microsoft. See, they're in all kinds of stuff. You know, they've been trying to dip into the console war, but they just been struggling forever and a day. But they got their little backup thing going on, so it's a whole different story. But what I'm just trying to say is this. You know, Sony could be looking at how people are spending money on the Steam Deck, spending money on all this PC and all these water cooler towers and all the graphic cards and all this curved, you know, you got these curved TVs that's got a beautiful, monitors for their, towers, and it's taking up all their space. And, some of these people got a PC setup that is just phenomenal. Not to mention, they want to play some of the PlayStation games on PC, and Sony is making sure that their games can run on some of these PC platforms. So there's money to be made all across the board. So I guess what I'm trying to say is they ain't know I'm guessing. I'm just assuming that they're trying to see just how far they can push us. Like, for instance, I like to collect 4K movies, right? So when I collect 4K movies, I have noticed that the price is not going down. I'm like, when I go get some, I'm like, dang, they want that much money for that 4K? Ah, dog, man. Well, I buy it anyway because I slimmed down on buying the 4Ks because I want to make sure I'm going to watch that movie all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So when I buy a 4K movie, I know this, I really want it. Like, I had no problem buying 4K Twister. I have no problem buying 4K Deadpool Wolverine, but I didn't buy it because I'm not a big Deadpool or Wolverine guy. But I did go to the theater and watch it, and I'll enjoy that movie, but I just did not buy physical copy. So it's the same thing as the physical media. It's the company's like, well, let's just see how far we can push these people until they get to the point where they will not purchase a 4K movie at this price. And maybe after that, they'll start finding a medium to where they could, or where we as physical collectors will buy that 4K movie, because some of these 4Ks are just getting outrageous. So the companies itself are trying to figure out how far they can push us to, so I'm like, man, these 4Ks are getting a little high. But I put a freeze on buying 4Ks because I'm running out of space. Some of these 4K movies I don't feel like I need to buy because I just don't. So I just slow down on them. So at the end of this video, what I'm just trying to make a point about is Sony's just probably trying to look at these numbers because, I did see unboxing videos where the person got the PS5 Pro, they got the stand, and they got the disc drive. So how much is that all together? But I can't sit there and making fun of those people because why? It's because I just literally got me a deck a month ago. I bought me a deck. I bought the screen protector, and then I got the thing to sit the deck in. So how much money is that? I also got, when I was reading, before I got the deck, I got the high-end deck, the one that's, the OLED, it's got the whatever, the terabyte or whatever, then I got that one. So, it depends on the individual, it depends on the individual. So I don't really think that PS6 is going to come out anytime soon. Why would you want the PS6 to come out anytime soon? We ain't hardly got any games for the PS5. Now you got the PS5 Pro. Now you got the PS5, and you got the PS5 Pro, and now you got 50 games that they just said can run on the PS5 Pro. To upscale the visuals. But yet, I'm going to get rid of my PS5 so I can get a PS5 Pro when I just literally got me a deck. How much money are you going to be able to just spend? You know what I mean? I'm just trying to, I know I'm jumping around here, but I know some of this stuff is making sense is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that if the PS6 comes out anytime soon, look for Sony to make it at a certain price where you're going to be like, well, I'm not buying that. And you might not buy it. But if you like playing games, and you're supposed to be this gamer and all, if you sink money into, buying the Steam Deck like me, if you sunk money into buying the PS5 like I did, if you sink money into buying the PS4 Pro, I traded in my PS4 for the PS5 Pro. Then I bought, PlayStation 3. I bought an Xbox Scorpio. I bought an Xbox 360. I bought the Xbox Series X. So I don't know. I think this all depends on the individual, to tell you the truth, you guys. I really do. I just, some people can say, well, I don't think there's a need for a PS5 Pro. Because everything they're doing for the PS5 Pro, they are going to do things for the PS5. They got to keep their customers happy. So you got the developers and all these patches and all these things that they're doing. How you turn on your system and it'll say it needs to update, and they got all these little things they add to. Valve got stuff they add to their Steam Deck. Now you got Valve got the Steam Deck, you got the Raleigh, and they got this new one that just came out. I ain't buying no more handhelds. If I buy another handheld, it'd be a Switch too. And I don't even hardly play my Switch. But I like my Switch. But I like my PS3. But I like my Xbox 360. I like my Xbox Series X. I love my PS5. I love my PS5 Pro, my PS4 Pro. At the end of the day, I have access to these things when I want to play them. At the end of the day, I have access to this gym when I want to work out. At the end of the day, if it's a beautiful day and I want to ride my bike, I bought a bike that was, it was an expensive bike. I wanted it and I bought it, It's up to the individual, really. You don't have to buy anything, you know. It depends on what you want. But don't be too surprised when that PS6 comes out. But they want $700 for the PS6, and they want $700 for the PS5 Pro. And you're going to spend an additional amount of money for a drive, and you're going to spend for the stand that they did not include in this in this PS5 Pro, pardon me, then you better bet that when they come out with that PS6, it's going to be $750, I think. I don't think that thing's going to be no 560. I'd be shocked. I bet on the low end that PS6 will be $675. But they're testing the water right now. So they're just trying to find out how much they can squeeze out of you guys. That's just my thing. I could be way off though. But one, just want to make sure, because I know I'm repeating myself. The PS5 Pro, as we speak, is $700. Then you got people buying the disc drive. Then you got people that's buying the stand. Or you got people that's buying the PS5 Pro and they're not buying the disc drive, but they're buying the stand. It don't matter. You're still spending over $700 and something for this thing, tax and all. So I can't see them coming out with this PS6 that's probably I don't know how much they can jump up in graphics, but they probably will, because technology just gets better and better as we speak. I think that thing's gonna be 7 plus. I could be wrong though. Be blessed. Enjoy your week coming up.